Perdóname. Oh my God, am I filled to the brim? I had myself a big fat supper. Whoa, easy, easy. Everybody's attacking me in the comments already. Whoa. Wow, that was a quick start right out of the gate. What's going on, people? Who we got here? We got Prime and we got Penny. What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry I'm starting a little late. But if you just saw my latest YouTube short, that thing is taken off already. It got like over 100, I think 150 views at this point. Yeah, I'm getting back to my old self. It's just, again, man, today was brutal. It was like we had torrential downpours like it was a damn hurricane today. And it came out of no place. It was nice and sunny outside, and all of a sudden the sky turned like a dark, dark gray. And then kapow, kapow. I had my mom on the phone. I was talking to her today about certain things I'm not going to get into here on YouTube for potentially legal reasons. But with that being said, you know, her and I were talking on the phone, and she's like, "Oh my God, Wally, is that lightning and thunder in the background?" I'm like, "Yeah, you got to realize that my neck of the woods is like 700 to 800 feet above sea level, so we're closer to the cloud canopy. So when we get thunder or lightning, it is fucking loud, boy. I mean, it's like a fireworks display here. So, but you know, little by little, I'm starting to, you know, get a little bit better. It's just when the heat is so oppressive like that, it's not so much the heat, it's the humidity that I really can't handle. When it gets so hot, like the air is just supercharged with heat, I cannot do it. I feel sorry because there was somebody barbecuing at the pool today. I could see clear from my patio that there was smoke brimming from the barbecue area, and I'm sure their barbecue got ruined, I'm sure. I feel sorry for them, but anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday, folks. Happy Saturday. Glad to see you all here. Thank you, everyone. The channel is still growing, guys. I was looking at the subscriber count. Currently, at this point, the channel's at 1,744 subs. Now, that number may bounce around as accounts get verified by YouTube. But, yeah, man, let me tell you, it's awesome, man. The channel is growing. My eBay business seems to slowly getting back on track. I finally sold the sneakers, those Nike Air Jordan the Nike Air Force Ones. I finally sold them off today. I really didn't get what I was looking to get out of them, but I kept slowly and gradually lowering the price. I call it a reverse auction. That I'll give it 2 days. If it doesn't sell, I'll drop the price. If it doesn't sell, drop the price. Doesn't sell, then eventually that starts putting pressure on those that are watching it. Eventually somebody's going to bite. So I got 2 Yankees jerseys I'm doing that with right now, doing what I call reverse auctioning, and hopefully somebody bites on those 2 Yankees jerseys and the other stuff that I have. I actually have a Megatron finally that I've been talking about. I finally listed that for sale. But the eBay store is still alive, man. And I started listing all of my regular listings now at 99 cents. No new listings. Not until I can clear out some of my inventory. So we'll see what happens. I got 2 cards that have bids on them already from cards I listed as auctions, so that's cool. But otherwise, it was a nice quiet day today. I did make a run to Walmart thanks to my eBay sales. I picked up some supplies like my cranberry juice. I picked up another gallon of that stuff. I'm sorry, a gallon of that and a half gallon of fruit punch. I picked up another bottle of sugar-free ginger ale. Picked me up some plantains, which I cooked today, and some more Gatorades. I like to keep Gatorades, you know, in stock because, you know, some nights with my insomnia, so I'm not wandering all over the place. I actually, you know, will tank down some Gatorade at night. but I'm still getting these freaking headaches, man, at nighttime, or sometimes during the day too. Literally, you have to promote and take an eBay cut, plus give 10% if not more. Yeah, I know it really sucks. I am making money, but I'm not making the kind of money I would hope to make. I mean, I am still doing pretty good based on the sales I just made. I sold 7 baseball cards with one customer, and I added 2 bonus cards to the mix. Because this is a returning customer, so I always throw in extras. If anybody orders like 5 or more cards or something like that, I tend to throw in an extra card, 2 cards, sometimes stickers, whatever I got laying around, I'll throw in extras. But I sent that out, and then, like I said, the Nike Air Force Ones finally sold at last, so that helped out a lot. That also helped me to pay one of my smaller bills for the month, which is good. But so far, so good, man. Yeah, dude, people on Facebook need to fucking calm down, man. Let me tell you, you got somebody, again, and I say this once again, the hobby does not belong to the individual or individuals that think they can control the hobby and what people say, because people are starting to shit on me in 1 or 2 of these groups. Who are you to tell me how to spend my money? And of course, it's mostly people that are flipping these things, that are the ones that are complaining, well, how can you tell people what to do with their money? Well, it's because I'm one of those people that doesn't want to see others get ripped off. I happen to have Screamer on my desk right here. And little by little, I'm seeing more and more photos of people in the Transformers forums and in Facebook groups getting their hands on this guy. So they are coming out with them more and more and more. And it's going to end up being like sneaker culture is. I have a couple examples I could show you of shit that was scalped. That I got mine for retail, that I didn't have to go out of my way to fucking get scalped stuff. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I literally have 2 examples of it. Well, technically with Starscream, 3 examples. Remember this stupid shit? I made fun of this a long time ago on the channel. These Stanley Cups. This is the one that people were clamoring over a few years ago. I don't know if it was for Valentine's Day or some shit. I got replacement straws up there. The straw got old. But every so often I fill this thing up with beer. I mean, I've been on the wagon for a couple days, so I have no interest in drinking beer right now, to be honest with you. But, sometimes I'll fill this up with beer or some mixed up stuff. But not for nothing, I got this for retail. I didn't have to fight for this thing. These were being flipped. A fucking cup. A cup was being flipped for like $200, $300 in some cases. My Travis Scotts, which really sucked. The paint is starting to peel off of these. But then again, they're a couple of years old, so it doesn't matter. I wear them anyway. I don't give a shit if they wear out at this point. I got plenty of sneakers to choose from. I'm sure they'll reissue these again with the new shape. When did these come out? I want to say 2018. Close, 2017. No, they were actually released in 2018. Sorry. Right there, the Travis Scotts. These are being flipped for almost $1,000, and these are retailing for what, $230, $240, something like that. I forget, and that includes tax and all that goofy stuff. But these sneakers are a few years old, so they're starting to show their age. The suede is fading. And some of the white, you can see there where the paint is cracking. I tried to repaint it. I bought special Angelus paint just for that, and it's still chipping and peeling. It's going to happen with these shoes. There's not much you can do with it. Once that starts happening, there's really no saving the shoes at that point, so I'll just wear them out. I don't give a shit what they're worth. I wear my shoes. Seriously, Penny, no joke, man. People were flipping these for hundreds of dollars, probably anywhere between $700 to almost $1,400 in some cases. You'll still see examples of these on eBay being sold for like $1,000 if they're dead stock, which is insane. And the highest price I've seen for this guy on eBay, which is shameful, is $160 Yeah, it's true, man. That's what this. Well, I mean, this is more for Valentine's Day. This stupid shit. This is the original one with the gold trim, the gold Stanley. If you look inside, it's got the punched emblem that also verifies its authenticity. All that kind of shit. I mean, I don't care. Mine's all scratched up and used anyway. Who gives a fuck if it's pink? But these are being flipped for like $100 to $200 themselves too, man. It's like nothing's fucking sacred, man. Nothing is sacred when it comes to stupidity like this. I got mine for retail. And I the reason why I got it was to troll my audience, because I wanted to show how ridiculous it is, because people use these as status symbols. Look at me and my sippy cup. Oh, I got the special pink one. And then people are getting special straws and special holders and special lids and bicycle fucking holders and things for their car. It's goofy as shit. It was like the little boo-boo of the time. I mean, it was ridiculous. Now nobody gives a fuck about these cups until the next goofy thing comes out. La boo-boo. Give me a break. And I'm not going to apologize for my words. It's welfare, EBT, low budget, low IQ, uneducated high school dropouts or junior high school dropouts that don't have a job, that don't work, and they just want the easy payout. That's what they want. They're professional con artists and scam artists. I got some used socks. They're limited edition colors. I wonder if someone would pay me money if I put them on eBay. Don't be surprised. People would buy stupid shit. There are actually auctions with people paying for this. I've been seeing dozens of photos in the Transformers Facebook groups where people are getting their hands on these out in the wild. So if you're paying more than retail for this, you're a fucking artard. There's no other thing to call you. You're a retard. That's it. You're dumb. You're spending more money than what you should on a thing like this. You know, and apparently on some of these Facebook groups, they don't understand what the word scalping or what a scalper is. A scalper is someone that takes a newly released concert ticket or newly released items such as this, or remember the Turbo Man doll? I actually made a YouTube short. I had to dig out my Turbo Man doll because I made another goofy YouTube short. This is a fucking Turbo Man doll. That's what this is. People fighting over shit because it's the new shiny thing that you must have because it's the in thing to have. And immediately put it on eBay or try to immediately sell it. So some people out there don't know what scalping is. Literally, by definition, is you're taking a brand new football ticket, like for the Super Bowl, and then immediately reselling it. Like that. Taking Starscream, immediately taking it off the shelf and putting it for sale for twice, 3 times what it's worth. That's scalping and flipping. Otherwise, I've had this Turbo Man for a couple of years. If I wanted to sell it right now, I could. That's my prerogative. Things over time do have scarcity. Some things are subject to supply and demand. But the problem is that this was a shipping issue and a communications breakdown between Hasbro and Target. And now they're finally fulfilling orders, or at least they're getting these out in the wild. So far, you know, from the photos, I'm seeing a lot of happy Transformers collectors getting these. But man, $160 for a fucking $20-something, $30 toy. You're goofy. You deserve to be ripped off. Oh yeah, Elmo, Furby, Tamagotchis, all that stupid shit. Back in the 80s, it was Cabbage Patch Kids. Remember that? If you're my age, if you're an 80s kid like me, yeah, the Cabbage Patch Kids were flying off the shelves. Nintendo was flying off the shelves. It's ridiculous, stupid, and moronic. You know, I'm at that point where, like, if I can't get a thing, I'm not going to try to go after that thing. You know, every time I've tried to order for hobby boxes through Fanatics or Tops, you know, and I have tried behind the scenes, guys, I can't get them. I made plenty of videos talking about that. It just sounds like a bitch made fest by me, putting out the same content over and over and over again, and I don't want to do that. But, you know, again, I've tried to order hobby boxes to rip here on the channel. I can't do it. I can't get them. It's impossible. Once you're there, the thing, you refresh and refresh and refresh. You can't get the fucking, can't get your order in. And we're talking, what, $1,200 a box now in some cases for these cards? Hell no. Yeah, Furby, My Buddy, the Cabbage Patch Kids dolls, all that stupid shit. It happens with sneakerheads. I remember when I was still living in New York when the Air Jordan 11s came out, which was a direct issue of the OG shoes. In Staten Island Mall, they were smashing down windows. Was it 2018? No, it was I got my years mixed up. Was it 2000? Might have been 2016. Oh shit, I forgot. I know it was late 2000s. They were literally smashing down doors to get the Air Jordan 11 Concords, which was a direct reissue of the OG sneakers, and they were instantly being tossed on fucking eBay twice. These people are not collectors. They're fucking they're vultures. They're parasites. And I'm not apologizing for my words because they are. They're fucking parasites. Go to CMD and get Screamer. Yeah, I ordered my hot rod through CMD, just like my most recent order is Cyclonus. I have a feeling he may be a hot button item to get because of the the retooling with him. So I decided, yeah, let me go through CMD store and get my order in. So I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for Ironhide, which Hobby Link actually sent me an update. They're not being released until like November or something like that. So I'm not going to sweat that one. And what else did I order? There was something else I ordered. Oh, Galvatron, Beast Wars 2 Galvatron. I got to have that thing. That's definitely going to be Beast Wars Toy of the Year. But don't say that on certain Facebook groups. Holy shit, man. Are they insane when it comes to that? Ooh, excuse me. Man, I had 3 big pieces of chicken I put on a pan with salt, pepper, onion and garlic powder with rice and plantains. Man, I am good to go for the rest of the night. But yeah, it's just, God, these people just don't understand what the word scalping is. It's the same freaking artards that say the word often. It's often. The T is silent. What are you gonna say? Psychologist? Psychology? The P is silent. The T is silent. Often. It's the same morons that don't understand what the word scalper means. Yeah, chicken breast. Now, who's this now? Who is messaging me? Harry? Yeah, okay. Nice play on words. I'm not answering. But the Reebok pumps with the pump-up tongue, I never got them. I always wanted them. Never got them. Reebok does reissue the Reebok pump once in a while. I never had them as a kid. I'd still be curious to get a pair. I know they do have some resale value to them, but I got so many sneakers at this point. I'm not going to go out of my way. I think they're supposed to be releasing the Nike Air Jordan 9s, what they call the Space Jam, the black and white ones. I might pull the trigger on those. It depends on how this month turns out. Financially, we'll see. But for right now, I'm content with my sneaker collection. I really don't need any more sneakers. If I do go after sneakers, I like going after the old school colors and maybe some random weird stuff. Like the Travis Scotts. I had a feeling that something was going to, that people are going to be clamoring over these. And I've only wore these a handful of times, and they are by far the worst fucking shoe in my collection. What a waste of money these are. The quality on them to begin with, there's glue stains still all over the midsole, which a lot of sneakerheads complained about. They're very uncomfortable. They stain easy. They scuff easy. They fade easy. Oh, LA Gear. You know which ones I always wanted to get when I was a kid? Kangaroos with the zipper on the side. I coveted those things so badly. Only a very few of my friends had them. I thought they were much cooler than any Nike sneaker out there. But then once I started getting older and I was exposed to more and more Nikes, um, and then the rare time I had Nike Air Jordans as a kid, I mean, those sneakers are just awesome to have, man. But I always wanted Kangaroos. But LA Gear sneakers, man, they were just as popular. But then all of a sudden, right off the cliff, they went, unfortunately. So I don't know what happened with LA Gear. It's like the Shaquille O'Neal sneakers, the N1 sneakers. You can still find them at Walmart to this day. Actually, the flip-flops that I have, which I found over at the pool, surprisingly, they were still there. Nobody touched my flip-flops. That goes to show what kind of people I have that live around here, that they don't really fuck around with other people's stuff. But I got my flip-flops. I found my flip-flops over at the pool, and those are N1 flip-flops, the Shaquille O'Neal brand. So, but those are still going strong to this day. I never bought a pair of N1s, but color change shirts, that I don't remember. Like, I remember stupid fads we had, like the pencil cases with the buttons on them. You know, we had those wristband things that you slapped on your wrist that they banned because kids are cutting their wrists open with them. Tamagotchi was also a thing, like I said. The Nintendo handheld games, which I have a reissue of one, which is the Super Mario Brothers one. I never got the Legend of Zelda one, but somewhere in my boxes I have the Super Mario Game and Watch. But the Game and Watch things, those were pretty popular back then. All those small trinkets to this day, like fidget spinners were the recent thing over the past, 10, 12 years, something like that. What else? Trying to think. What other trends were there that used to be popular when we were kids? Uno. We used to play Uno a lot. Damn. Trying to think, what other stupid trends did we have? I mean, we always brought toys into school as kids. The teachers almost immediately took them away from us. Well, if you were a boy, you most likely brought in your Transformers to show off to your friends. I remember bringing in the Lionbot Voltron that I used to have as a kid. Lucky it didn't get stolen or the head didn't break off. The Lionbot head was notorious for breaking because it had two posts, and that was it. That held up that lion's head if you had the Lionbot. But yeah, guys used to the boys would always bring in Transformers of some kind. And the girls would always have like Hello Kitty. Oh, that was the thing for the girls, was Hello Kitty stuff. They had the fucking Hello Kitty dolls and Hello Kitty pencils and pencil erasers, backpacks, like everything with the girls was strawberry shortcake and Hello Kitty in elementary school back in the days. Oh my God. But for us, it was always robots of some kind or some gear or some gizmo, or like the Transformers Takara watch, the silver robot. Still have my original NES play today. Have Rob and the Power Glove. I had Nintendo. I did have a lot of game systems, but over the years I ended up selling them off. Just especially now, and I've showed them on camera when the NES Classic and the SNES Classic came out. And being that they modded these with Hackchi, I ended up selling off my entire collection of games and systems because it just took up space. Because if you can have little emulator boxes like that, what's the point of having all them games? I mean, some of them games are very, very expensive these days. Stadium events. what's the one that they're always talking about? The Nintendo. Shit. There's two different versions of this cartridge. You have the gold one, and then you have the gray one. AVGN and Pat the NES Punk, I think, own one of each respectively. I forgot what they call it. Nintendo's something or other. I forget what it's called. Damn. But, you know, on these little game systems here, Legend of Zelda was built into the Nintendo. All the classic games, Mario 1, 2, and 3 were built into that. I think Lost Levels was built into it. Metroid. Shit, what other games? I got the box in there. The problem is I got it buried underneath all this stuff. I don't feel like digging the box out. I still got the box to this day. You know what? I got the boxes for the two of them. Still. I mean, at this point, I don't think I'm ever going to sell my mini game systems. But, you know, like I said, I got mine hacked with HackG. Oops. Man, I got to get to reviewing these guys, too. I should have the box somewhere up on top here. So this is that's the Intellivision flashback box. And then this is the SNES box. This, believe it or not, this is the very last thing I ever bought from Toys R Us. Right here in town that closed down. Contra 3, Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 3, F-Zero, Kirby's Dream Course, Kirby Superstar, Mega Man X, Secret of Mana, Star Fox, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Hyper Fighting, Super Castlevania 4, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Punch-Out, Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. I love that game, man. I haven't grinded that game in a long time. And Yoshi's Island. But the thing is, I've hacked my Super Nintendo Mini, and I have Capcom vs. Marvel, X-Men vs. Street Fighter vs. X-Men, or whatever the fuck they call it. But I got all kinds of arcade hacks on there. And there's the NES box. And this is from the second run. There's really no difference. I mean, guys are nitpicking, you know, the differences in the boxes. There's really no difference at all. But I still got the box. So this has Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climber, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventure, Mario Brothers, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream, Star Tropics, Super C, Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3, Tecmo Bowl, Legend of Zelda, and Legend of Zelda 2. So that's the box for the SNES Mini. And here's the box for, this is for the Genesis Mini. Mine is the Mega Drive Mini. Which basically, it's got the American versions and the Japanese versions of the box art. But otherwise, it's a mini Sega Genesis. I never hacked this one, but it's got, I believe, 40 games built into it, and then 2 bonus games that you can unlock. But yeah, it's got the American versions of these titles, or as far as the art's concerned, and it's got the Japanese art. And this was another stupid fucking thing. I forgot I even had this in here. This has got to be at least freaking, how old is this? This is the perfect example of scalping gone berserk. None of you probably know what this is. So, you know the whole Amiibo thing? So, there was an exclusive Amiibo scan thing, something or other. that you would actually scan, I guess, your Nintendo, whatever the fuck, to get like an amiibo thing. I don't know what this is for. But apparently they were scalping this on eBay for like $30 or $40 for a box of cereal. Imagine. I got this right off the shelf. I bought like 3 boxes and the cereal sucked anyway. It was gross. It was sugary. It was rock hard. It was disgusting. But those were actually selling for like $20 to $30 a box. They're probably still selling for that on eBay. I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. Anything that could be fucking scammed, flipped, ripped off, or taken for granted and not tied down, people will take advantage of it. This is an example of scalping. I should make a whole video about that. I really should. Very sad. Very sad, folks. Very sad state of affairs when they're reselling cereal boxes. Because they know kids wanted that at that time. I bought one or two out of curiosity, just to try the cereal itself and what was the big hubbub. You know, one of my friends who used to live here on the property before she bought a house and eventually moved to Florida, I think I gave her son a box of it just for the goof. You know, because why not? I don't eat that type of cereal. Even back then, it's just like, oh, my post office rants. Well, you know, they really haven't. I really haven't had much problems with the post office lately. I guess with the new shipping rates, I haven't been getting any returns or what have you. So, I mean, so far they've been good to me. I did have one customer who ordered Ronald Acuna Jr. Topps Chrome Lids Mitchell and Ness card. And kudos to the customer, because when I actually checked and they messaged me, it was more than 30 days since it showed it wasn't scanned and wasn't delivered or anything like that. So I said, you know what, it is long enough. I tell you what, I got a bunch of them. I'll send you another one. And I did send it to him for free. And it got delivered, fortunately, which is good. So, but yeah, I haven't had much issue with the post office these days. So, well, I know Trump has come down hard on them. Well, I know that the Postmaster General's got a lot of heat recently, again, for a lot of bullshit that's been going on. You know, the problem with the post office, and I've said this, is that their technology is extremely antiquated, and it's their own people that are like literally stealing from their own trucks and from their own mail bags and stuff. And that sucks for the rest of us. You know, and if you're somebody like myself that runs his own business out of his home, you know, every dime counts, man. You know, you can't just light money on fire like that. It's really awful. Like, you know, when you got customers depending on you, it's your reputation on the line as well. You know, so the post office, unfortunately, has been a very dishonest monster. And unless Trump federalizes it, I mean, again, so far I've been lucky. I haven't had as much trouble as I used to have. And then again, I increased my shipping rates. Because they were talking about, like, eBay did it automatically, but I bumped it up to the next level just to make sure. So now I'm started charging 80, I think the new rate is 83 cents for a single card. I charge $1.11. So, and that's just to make sure I don't get any bullshit things like, well, you need more postage for like 2 cents. I'm like, give me a break. But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen that much issue with the post office or anything as of yet. Thank God. You know, they're the biggest pain in the ass. Let me go grab myself some cranberry juice here, folks. I'll be right back. Yeah, right. Reindeer. Well, I mean, listen, if you're going to buy it for yourself and you're going to use it as intended, you know, I mean, it's like with that fat asshole that was trying to call me out, saying, you know, basically telling me what right do I have to sell off a hot rod that I obviously don't want or don't need. And if you just watch the YouTube short that I uploaded prior to this live stream, the more than meets the eye hot rod fits in really nicely with my collection because now he's cartoon accurate. So why am I going to have what is virtually the same exact figure in my collection when the previous one, it's not a bad figure, but I have more than meets the eye hot rod. So that one doesn't really fit into my collection. What the fuck is the problem? It's mine to sell. And it's been sitting in my collection since it came out. How old is that figure? Like 2 years old at this point? Something like that? So what's the fucking problem? And it's a fucking toy, for God's sakes. And I didn't even sell it for that much. You know, if it's something you're going to use for yourself, you know, like I've said this before, and I'll defend that position. If a better Starscream comes out that's better and vastly superior than this one, you watch how fast I sell this guy to get the more superior one. Why not? I could do that. I already opened it. It's out of box. Obviously, it's part of my collection for now until something better comes along. The nerve of these people. Yeah, but some of these people take this shit way too seriously, and they think they own this hobby, and they don't. Any individual or groups of people that think they own these fucking hobbies, piss off. You don't. You don't. You know, at the end of the day, to me, they're just kids' toys. They're statues. They're fidget spinners. You know, they are a lot of fun to mess around with. You guys have been watching me do my YouTube shorts. You know, I finally, creatively, it's a lot of fun to sit there and mess around with these collectibles and make gag reels out of them and stuff like that. And people seem to enjoy it, you know. But at the end of the day, they're just toys. They're collectibles. Like, well, what's the big fucking deal? Like, calm down already. Same thing with sneakers. Like that movie, Jingle All the Way, with this action figure sums it all up. The priorities are well out of whack. Because at the end of the movie, the kid was like, why do I need the doll when Turbo Man's my dad? You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to be. Well, see, you know, that's the problem, Prime. It's all a cash grab. And they're going to keep doing that. So any figures, like Cyclonus, that's a cash grab, I think. Studio Series Optimus Prime, that's an exception. But then, of course, it came out with Battle Damage one. Then they'll do a Nemesis Prime. Then they'll do some other Prime. You know, look what they're doing with Missing Link. Dude, $200 for a Missing Link Soundwave. I'm not buying it. I mean, you know, they must think we're suckers. I got the 40th anniversary Soundwave up there, which is in the exact color scheme as the Missing Link animated. And then I've got Studio Series Soundwave. I sold off my Netflix Soundwave because it didn't fit into my collection. Because now I have these two vastly superior ones. But it just seems like a cash grab. I don't know why they just don't give it to us first and foremost. I mean, how many more Bumblebees do we need? Bumblebee is the worst offender of them all. Besides Prime, I got to say Bumblebee definitely is the worst offender out of all of them. Because they're like, how many different versions? Like, even up on my shelf, I got 3 different Bumblebees up there. And I would have had 4 if I didn't resist. I got the Missing Link Bumblebee, the Netflix Bumblebee, and the Studio Series Bumblebee. And I can't really pick one of the three as the best because all three of them are great in their own way. But then when they start releasing two versions of the same toy at the same time, like what they're doing with Missing Link, like Optimus Prime, you had to have Optimus Prime in Missing Link. The Ultra Magnus, and I've criticized Ultra Magnus, which I have them sitting right there on that shelf. Unless you want Delta Magnus, because Delta Magnus I don't think was ever released here in the States. That's an exception. But Ultra Magnus, if you're able to get your hands on a vintage one, go for the vintage one. You don't need to spend $200 on an Ultra Magnus. RC, well, that's an exception to the rule too, because we never got an RC back in the 80s. And I've got the animated one sitting up there. I didn't go for the proto RC. But, you know, they did this with Perceptor. First, they gave him a clear chest. Then they gave him a solid chest. They did it with Blaster. They gave us a Blaster, which I have the first version of Blaster. Well, I do have that first version of Perceptor right there. Then they did it with Blaster. They had the see-through chest, and then they did the chest you can't see through. And they did it with Scourge, again. And I have the first version of Scourge sitting up there. It doesn't make sense. As of now, I have my definitive B's G1 diecast toy in Studio Series 86B. Yeah, for me, I mean, I've got the Missing Link toy version of Bumblebee. But again, you know, like I said, I've got the Missing Link one. I've got the Netflix one, and I've got the Studio Series one. I can't see how you can improve upon any of them two figures. So why would that make me want to go out of my way to get another one? And now they're releasing Cliff Jumper. But I already have the War for Cybertron Cliff Jumper sitting right there. And I actually rather like that Cliff Jumper. Now they're coming out with this one. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just baffling and bizarre. It really is. I'm just looking right now. I just noticed my rat trap is like Abe Vigoda. Looks like he's about to take a swan dive off of my shelf. Let me straighten him up here. You know, I completely forgot I had Jazz and Cheetor. He's hiding behind Ironhide. Oh, shit. I completely forgot I had Jazz and Cheetor. Oops. Anyway, let me put Krennic's back up here. Guys, let me go take a pee break. I shall return. my stuffed. Well, I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't touched any alcohol in the form of beer, wine, or anything since last Saturday. So that's a personal record for me, trying to stay away from all of that stuff, at least for now. And I got a feeling that's probably why I've been getting these headaches like I am. My body's still, not like I was drinking every day, not like that. But I think my body was telling me, relax, calm down, slow down a little bit. But again, this heat has been absolutely ridiculous, man. It's been pretty messed up. It's been really messed up. Anyway, what we got here? Missing Link RC, why do they should really, the old school big ugly prototype of Unicron, I think somebody tried to 3D print it and recreate that, but I don't know if anybody would actually buy that thing. Given that Hasbro released one, and there's a bunch of bootlegs out there, I don't know if there would really be a market for that Unicron, to be honest with you. I mean, if they can do a G1 RC, they can do a G1 Unicron too. Man, that's a departure, boy. That's the not tropical punch. The what's the other stuff that I bought there? It's like a real deep punch, sugar-free punch. Man, that's got a weird taste. Oh man, oof. Nah, I didn't get a chance to watch. I was too busy around the apartment. I did see the interview with Jackson Dart, as a matter of fact, and they have released. Oh, I'm so tempted to get them. Oh, I want to get these jerseys because I had them for Daniel Jones. They have the Color Rush jersey back, and they have the 1990 retro jersey back. But I already shelled out for the 2 New York Giants Jackson Dart jerseys that I reviewed on the channel. I've got the royal blue, and then I've got the retro jersey. But they got the Color Rush. They brought the Color Rush back. The Nike Vapor Limited jerseys, they brought them back. Oh, I want to get those two so bad, but they're $199 each. A little steep for my pockets this round. But it's about time they finally came out with them damn things. But I know people down here in Charlotte and in North Carolina are definitely hyped. North Carolina is a big football state. Yeah. Oh, that debacle. Oh, Jesus, man. You know, I had somebody put in my comments with that, oh, you ripped that person off. I'm like, yeah, that's why they bought it, because they felt ripped off, right? Get the fuck out of here. People, there's no making people happy at all. You know what I mean? I made it clear that the numbers were off-centered when I sold that original jersey, the size 48. And now I wear the size 44, and somebody actually had the nerve to post that in one of the comments. But, yeah, I definitely, because I've got the Eli Manning Color Rush jersey from when he played, but the only difference is between, the jerseys I wear now and the jerseys I wore even 2 years ago. That jersey is a size extra large, and it fits really big. All my extra large jerseys that I have fit big. The Kansas City Chiefs jersey that I sold on eBay, that was a size 48 XL, and that was big on me. I still have the Vapor Elite Eli Manning jersey. That's a size 48. It fits big. So if I get these jerseys, if I decide to pull the trigger on them, I'm probably going to get size 44s or size large, so they fit me a little bit better. When I got the email from Fanatics that said they had these jerseys, I'm like, oh my God, why? Why, what? Why do this to me? I'm trying to clean out my collection. But when I saw those two with Jackson Dart, I'm like, oh, they look so good. They look so good, but it depends on what happens with my eBay sales. We'll see, or what happens at the end of the month. I still got one or two more bills to pay off for the rest of the month, and I'll be good until it's time to pay rent. So, Oh, by the way, last night I was looking around on eBay. There's some dude that's selling like 6 Pepperball brand SX launchers like I have, and a couple different variants on eBay. And oh my God, I was so again, and I already have one that I modified, the original from back in the days. I still got that sucker, but this dude has like 6 of them on sale, I think, over at eBay for different price ranges, because some of them are incomplete, they're missing parts, or this, that, and everything else. But I'm like, oh, look, that's a Pepperball SX. Holy shit, I didn't think they still had those. But you can tell it's a last run because the sticker on it has the modern day Pepperball logo on it, whereas mine had the OG one from many, many moons ago. That thing's got to be at least 20 years old, the one I got. But I did see one eBay seller is selling quite a few of them, actually. Probably just law enforcement surplus, or military surplus or something like that. I mean, his feedback rating was shit, though. It was like 98 point something. But in case any of you guys are looking for one, I'm still debating whether or not to sell that Pepperball TMP or not. I was looking around at what the paintball equivalent, the Tiberius 8.1, is going for, and the prices are all over the place on eBay. So, but because it's a Pepperball brand, I mean, typically it goes for about 1.5 times, if I were to comp it correctly, what a normal 8.1 would go for. But I think I got, what, 3 or 4 extra magazines, the hip holster, the original case. I think I got the barrel plug for it, and somewhere I got the paperwork. And I do have a proper box to ship it. I found the box. But it's one of those things that's kind of like, do I really want to let this go? It's such a rare less lethal. I mean, it took me forever to get that one. I had one a long time ago and sold it off. But yeah, that TMP, man, I'm still debating it. And plus, I got the display stand that you can put it on, that you can display it on a shelf. Oof, easy, boy. That's the cranberry juice doing its job. But I'm still debating. Because now I got the three less lethal launchers, and things have been pretty quiet. Not saying that I should be totally defenseless, but having 3 of them is kind of overkill at this point. And the TMP is just a little overkill, because it's a bigger platform than the TCP or the new TRP that they released. Do I have Studio 86 Astro Train? I've seen it plenty. I refuse to get it. I did see it out in the wild. I looked at it. It looks like a mermaid, when it's displayed in its box. I think too many people have poo-pooed on it for me to not want to get it. If I were to hunt out a War for Cybertron one, that's the one I might go for, or a third-party one. But I wouldn't waste my time getting an Astro Train. The Dramatic Capture Blitzwing looks really nice, though. And so do the Insecticons. But I already have the Insecticons up there. I got the first run, and all 3 of mine are upgraded. So it would be pointless for me to get the new Insecticons when I already got these. I mean, they may not be cartoon accurate as far as the color scheme is concerned, but I already invested money into them getting the upgrade kits, new wings for kickback, new arms, new panels, new gap fillers. Why would I waste my time? But yeah, I don't think I would get Astro Train. No interest. What's that? Yeah, I'm not going to answer that. I think that's a troll. Give me 1 second, folks. Don't go anywhere. I want to take a look at what this is. Oh man, I'm really brain farting here. What the fuck did I call that shit? I always forget. There's a name for it. Oh, this happens to me all the time. Well, the latest set of auctions, I started at eBay's recommended low to start it at. But all of these other listings are buy it nows at 99 cents because I definitely want to start moving product. I got to start getting rid of some of these cards. So no matter what the card price is, they're all going to be 99 cents at one point or another. I mean, I think that's kind of what drove my headache to be as bad as it was today, because just staring at my phone, you know, I only accepted certain phone calls from certain people today, you know, in particular my mom, because I wanted to try to get as many of those listings done in one sit down as I could. But I want to transition all of those listings over to 99-cent listings. And, you know, I got 2 bids going already. Oh, well, listen, it is what it is, man. Hey, it's conversation, right? It's conversation, striking up conversation. I don't see it like that. No, it's just, you know, I really want to start moving product. I have to start moving product. And what's nice, I'm seeing little bits and pieces of space opening up around my apartment, which is good. See, like I sold those sneakers today, and I sold them baseball cards today. So now I got room on my storage shelves here in my living room for more stuff should I decide to sell more of my personal gear, which is awesome because, you know, especially in my bedroom closet, I got boxes of cards I got to go through. Like, holy shit, there's still baseball cards I need to list, but I got to move what's on my eBay stores page first, and at least try to, if I can sell off like another dozen cards, I would be happy with that, because then that's more listings I could put over on my eBay stores page, and then that will make eBay happy. Because the last time I didn't sell things, like eBay was literally complaining, like, well, you haven't sold this, and you could lose your privileges, and this, and like all this fucking shit. You know, you can't make people buy things. You can't make people spend their money. I find that to be completely ludicrous on eBay's part when they do shit like that. It is absolutely insane. Let me sneak a peek outside. I want to see if it's still raining. Oh, man, is it humid. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, it feels like it all right. Oh, it did cool down. Shit. It feels like hot, moist air. Hot, moist air. But I don't know why I keep thinking it's like 11 o'clock. The days are definitely getting shorter, folks. Fall is right around the corner. The summer's coming to an end, man. This year went by quick. This year went by really quick. But yeah, I got tons and tons and tons of cards I got to list. My God. I still got tons of X-Fractors to list yet. I know I got Ray Waves I got a list. I still got a lot of these Topps Chrome Stars of MLB that those cards actually sell every once in a while. I got Ray Waves. I do still have some numbered parallels I got to sell. Man, there's so much crap. I really got to clear out some stuff. That's why I'm hoping these this latest set of cards sells, because I really got to start thinning out these boxes, man. Yeah, I got pink borders. This is just what I have here in front of me. Yeah, I still got refractors here, blue borders, prisms, royal blues, X-fractors, mojo refractors. I should list these next, actually. You got Pudge refractor. Yeah, I got all these God, and it's not just here what's in my living room, it's what's in my bedroom too. You know, it's not like I'm out of supply or anything like that. It's just I really need to start offloading more cards. I got a bunch of mojos here too. Maybe I should list these. I think I got 10 more slots left for the month. Hate the word moist. Oh, I say it all the time. I mean, it's the best description for what it is outside. I mean, I don't know if you can hear. I got my door open. You hear the tree frogs going crazy outside. But that's what it feels like. It feels moist. Maybe I'll list these mojo fractors next. Now I still have plenty of sleeves and stuff too. God, I got tons of Bowman yet. I still got Topps Chrome Anniversary to list. Well, we'll see how it turns out. We'll see how the next few days turn out. You know, I was shocked. I was not expecting those sneakers to sell today. So that's a good thing. Alberto Clemente, Shota Imanaga. I got tons of Jackson Merrill, but nobody's buying his stuff anymore. Another Mojo Fractor. There's a Mike Trout from Mitchell and Ness. And I still have a lot of these Mitchell and Ness cards too. They move once in a while. They don't move like they used to, but every so often you'll get somebody who orders one or two. Yeah, you can hear the frogs in the background, right? Oh shit, I didn't even realize there's a Gunnar Henderson I didn't sell. His cards usually sell from this set. I thought I sold all these off already. No? There's a Corbin Carroll I should list. I know that all of my Shohei Otanis from this set, I know they're completely sold out. No, they were just singles, all singles. I gotta check on my Aaron Judges. Usually these sell too, but he hasn't played, so. I thought I destroyed all these. You know who that is. A worthless card. Juan DeFranco. Bryce Harper usually does good. Huh. I really thought I sold off all the Mitchell and Ness cards. Or at least, I didn't realize I still had these here, so I'm going to have to definitely add these to the list. There's a Bobby Witt. That usually sells. Adley Rushman, he usually sells. Well, I'll put them up for sale as soon as I get the chance. Funny thing, I used to watch Lizard Lick Towing on TV. Oh. Well, believe it or not, towing companies here are getting themselves into trouble because of aggressive towing practices that a lot of towing companies, unfortunately, have been towing cars when they shouldn't be towing cars and basically holding car owners hostage. It's a huge, huge problem here in the Carolinas that the city and state governments have been really trying to fight against these people for, aggressive towing practices. Because they charge an arm and a leg down here like anywhere else to get your car back. But they've been hyper aggressive just towing cars for no reason at all. Yeah, North Carolina is notorious for that shit. Oh my goodness. Woo. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I might actually sleep good tonight, boys and girls, if there are any. I still got a lot of these mini diamonds and stuff too. There's a James Wood. Mojo Refractor. I could probably sell that. Yeah, I definitely got. I don't think I have many spots left. I think I have like 10 spots left. I have to look. It's either 10 or 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, there's some pretty decent names here, but I like to keep those spots open in case I want to sell anything big. Uh-oh. Juan DeFranco, go fuck yourself. Out of my collection. Don't need you. Gents and ladies, I think I'm going to... Can I ask, do hurricanes affect you where you're at? Since I've lived here in North Carolina, I think we've been affected maybe by 2 hurricanes. But not direct hits. Usually we get the outskirts, the ass end of the hurricanes. I moved here before. I think one of the major hurricanes hit North Carolina before I moved here, but I haven't seen a big one hit us directly since I've been here. So, but you got to realize Charlotte is more inland than anything else. If North Carolina gets hit by anything, usually it's Cape Hatteras out east. But if we do get hurricanes, we usually get the outskirts of it in some form or another. I mean, we get tornado warnings. I've seen tornadoes in South Carolina. If I were to go to like the Super Walmart down there, I've seen funnel clouds spin. But thank God, at least here in my area, we've had no tornadoes or anything like that. But hurricanes haven't really. I mean, we've experienced it, but the ass end of a hurricane or the edge of a hurricane, no direct hits. What did Juan do to me? Well, I know what he did do to me. He's leaving me at peace sitting in that garbage can right there. Everybody knows why. Freak show that he was. Idiot. How do you throw away your major league career by doing stupid shit like he did? Dummy. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I might go take a walk to Walmart and go get myself some more stuff. They're open for like another hour. So, listen, thank you very much, everybody. Like always, thank you for checking in for this live stream. Thanks for keeping me company on this Saturday night, albeit it's really wet and soggy. But I think I'm going to go get me some more ginger ale and some more juice just to have it. And I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you to my eBay customers, viewers, subscribers, everybody, friends, family. Much appreciated. Until next time, guys, take care. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. Let's see what happens tomorrow. But like I said, I'm probably going to take advantage now that the rain is done to go take a quick walk to Walmart and maybe get 1 or 2 more bottles of some refreshments, and I'm done. So take care, everybody. Good night. Talk to you soon.